edited them. But we're back. That's the plan. I'm gonna try to get back into the kick of things, and there's not really been much content to do in the winter, so like it's been kind of like, I don't know. And I haven't done anything to the car over winter. The only thing is, I mean, I have a lot of explaining to do to you guys, like far as mods wise, because like this car is a completely different animal than what it was the last video you guys saw. So there's that. And a lot of people are still curious about the burning oil issue, like if I ever got it figured out or anything like that. The truth of it is, I did not. She still burns oil. And I think I will talk about the mods in a minute, but I'm driving right now. I don't want to try to think about all that. But it does still burn oil. I tried to fix it, tried everything to fix it, and I have came down to the problem of I do think it is motor involved. I've done a compression test. The first gauge pretty much was a Harbor Freight gauge. You guys saw that on one of my videos. That gauge sucks, but we got mostly even numbers all the way across, so like probably fine. But anyways, like I got another gauge, and pretty much it was a snap-on gauge, but it was kind of old. It was my neighbor's gauge, and it kept leaking basically, and we got it figured out. And on like I think it was third or fourth cylinder, the first two worked perfectly fine, and then on the last two cylinders we could get it to build up pressure, but it would be dying down at the same exact time. So like it did go up to around the numbers we want it to, but like really didn't have enough time to even see what it really was. Like it would just shoot up to it, and by the time it was there, like it would already go back down. So we think, well, I think I was the guy really diagnosing it, but anyways, I don't think it's the bottom end, honestly. I still have good power, very good power. So like I don't think it's that, and I really think it's valve seals. I think those took a dump, and it's just eating oil and smoking like crazy. And I know, which we'll get to the mods in a second, because that's a surprise. But all you guys need to know is right now in this video, we're going to get our first fill up on an E30 mix. It's like there's quite a few things, and I'm trying to focus on the road at the same time as talk to you guys. Probably not a good idea, but you know. And right now I'm currently on Gaslight, and I have about 20 something miles left to go. I'm pretty sure I can make it, but today is a beautiful day. It's like 67 degrees outside. It's a nice breeze, perfect cruising day. And I'm really looking forward to the drive anyway, because I can't get E85, like it's like pretty good distance away from me. So there's that. And this guy just literally passed me in the dumbest place. I don't know why in the world you would pass somebody like that. And on top of that, he did not do it fast. So kind of dumb. But anyways, it's like 30 minutes away from my house to get E85, and I'm not really gone this direction quite often, so like it kind of is tough, you know. And I'm also gonna bring a jug with me, and I have a jug right here with me, and I'm gonna fill it up too. That way I can come like maybe once every 2 weeks maybe. I might buy another jug and fill up multiple jugs at a time. But I'm just kind of cruising, and I will see you guys when we get to the gas station. So it appears to be that there is a ton of traffic. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is a ton of traffic. I don't know what's going on. I planned on stopping at the gas station and, you know, talking to you guys about the mods, but we might just do it here because I'm just sitting in traffic. Probably about to cut the car off because it looks like we're not moving at all. And I'm out in the middle of nowhere. There's no signal here, so yeah, it kind of sucks. But anyways, I guess I'll talk about the mods. Mods are basically, whenever the last video you guys saw was me installing a crash bar on my on this car, and we did that, put the front mount on, and I ended up started tuning with Dizzy Tuning. Jason at Dizzy Tuning, he's a pretty cool dude. I think he did very well on my tune. Nothing against him, the turnaround time is a little slower, so like I feel like I will switch to Freak Tune in the future. But like regardless, he's still a really good tuner, underrated tuner. So there's that. I tuned on 93. I never got it dynoed. I kind of wish I would have. And I kind of need to go around and walk around the car too, because the setup under the hood has kind of changed a little bit too. I don't think I talked about it, but I don't think I ever put in the video. But anyways, I ended up ported and polishing my intake manifold and did a VTCS delete. So after my VTCS delete and everything, the wind might be bad, so I'm about to roll the windows up a little bit. But anyways, after the VTCS delete and everything, the car was already smoking, right? And then I think that just kind of made it worse. And I've always heard that if you have oil in your intake manifold, then that's like a sign of that your valve seals are bad. But crankcase pressure can also result in that. But that's just what I've heard, is that it kind of pushes oil into the intake manifold, all that stuff when you have bad valve seals. I mean, yeah, so valve seals. So soon after that, I was like, I was almost certain it was my turbo. And I know we talked about possibly going big turbo and everything. That was just like kind of a question. Wasn't sure about what was gonna happen, right? So anyways, soon after I just like was worried about my clutch and everything. If I did go big turbo, I was just like, I don't want to have to replace my clutch. And it finally was like full send mode. So I knew that I went with the CST5. If you're on the gram, then you already know all this stuff. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would already known that I went big turbo. But there's a nice Beamer that just flew by. But anyways, so went big turbo, and I knew that I was gonna have to get that like inlet on the CST5 is 4-inch, so I knew I was gonna have to get a 4-inch something. I didn't think I was gonna have to get a full intake, right? The thing is, I thought the Cobb one was already 3 inches. I didn't know that it was like stock size, but just flowed better. So I had the short ram Cobb intake I had, and then it was gonna hook up to a CPE 3-inch, what's it called? Turbo inlet hose. And then that 3-inch went to a 4-inch coupler on the backside. So that's what I went with. Soon to come find out, the Cobb intake did not hook up with the CPE. So then I'd already installed it on the car. I can't really refund it. Just kind of sucked. I was like, okay, well then. So, at that point, I got an engine intake, because it's like more metal. It's metal, and then it's stainless steel, but anyways, and then there's a coupler that goes up to any size you want. So that's what I did, and then it works. That's what I'm running right now. Although the thing is, if I would have known that from the get-go, then I would have just ordered like a 4-inch intake, and relocated my ECU, if I would have known that. But I didn't. I didn't know that the Cobb intake wasn't going to fit up, so I ended up having to buy two intake parts for the same price if I could just buy one big 4-inch intake that goes all the way back. And I'm kind of still mad about it, honestly. I really am. Because now, down the road, I'm going to have to upgrade to a 4-inch whenever I get even more power. It's actually necessary now, because I'm just a 3-inch technically. And it sucks, but it is what it is. I'll upgrade in the future. It's about $300-400, which sucks. But anyways, also upgraded to a catch can. I think I went with a JBR catch can. I kind of wish I would have went with a Damon Motorsports, but I also did an EGR delete. I think that was all I did for the most part. I'm pretty sure. I'll remember something maybe in a second. But anyways, so I went big turbo, right? All this stuff happened, and then I went with a got a retune, obviously, because I needed to for the turbo, all the extra stuff. And then I started getting a lot of knock retard. And then I'd heard that injector seals were like a must, but like I was just like, they can't do that much. They're little bitty brass little thingies that are like super small. I don't think they really do much. And I didn't think I was ever going to need them. I didn't even really know what they were for at the time. And then when I started getting a lot of knock retard, I started researching, going into it. Soon later got injector seals, CorkSport injector seals. And then put those in. And if anybody knows why, I'm not exactly sure, but even to this day, my catch can is not draining a thing. Like, there's nothing in it. There's no leaks at the hoses. Like, everything is hooked up right. I have it hooked up to the bottom of the intake manifold and the PCV valve. That's where it's connected at. I don't know why nothing is in it. But anyways, I was going to drain to check because I've been running the car for a little bit. And I was like, why not drain it while I'm down here? When doing the injector seals. And injector seals weren't that hard, honestly. But anyways, put them on, and dummy me, it says the O-rings, they say to replace them anyways whenever you do injector seals. I didn't, and I don't think I would have had any leaks, but they say to put oil around the O-rings on the injectors. That way when you slide the fuel rail back on, it doesn't shred them to pieces. I didn't know you were supposed to do that. I put the fuel rail back on, put the whole car back together, and it leaked, right? So, pretty bad. So I had to take it back apart, fix those, and then started it back up after I fixed all that. And then the car was running like crap, and I was like, what the heck? And it was showing a misfire. And I was like, what in the world? And it was an injector. So I even have an injector puller tool I ordered. That is very necessary, by the way. If you were going to do injector seals, it is a must. Just do it. Just spend like the extra $30, $40 and get you a tool for it. It makes it 10,000 times easier. But anyways, I did that, and they got a new injector. Put in the new injector. And then there was no misfire code or like an injector malfunction, but the car was idling super wrong. Like, it was just not right whatsoever. The car was almost dying. I had no idea what to do. Like, I was just like, at that point, there was no fuel leaks. There was nothing. I was clueless what to do. So, anyways, I'm sitting there for like 30 minutes just looking around for trying to find fuel leaks or something. Some kind of air leak somewhere. And it was making a weird sound. And I was like, what in the world? So then comes to be the check valve on the bottom of the catch can. I had forgot to close it back. So the air was just dumping right out of the intake system. And that was what was causing it to idle awful. Literally just flipped the valve and it was fine. I was like, well then. And then my knock retard now with wide open throttle is fine. The only problem I'm dealing with right now is burning oil, and a built motor is coming soon. So that is exciting. That's gonna be this summer sometime soon. Like, we're doing built motor, probably SP63, or also known as Speed Performance. They're probably stage 2 plus long block build is probably what I'm gonna do. So it's built for around 700 plus. I'm gonna scoot up real quick. Anyways, so I'm probably gonna do that. Also, port injection. I could do methanol injection, but it's not as reliable. Last thing you want is your methanol to quit spraying, and then you got a freaking hole in the side of your block because you freaking blew something, you know. So there's that. And port injection also, you know, just a lot nicer, in my opinion. It's a lot nicer to deal with. I'll probably hook it up to the in-tank fuel pump, probably try to get us set up that way, and then that's pretty much the plan. And I'm probably going to go to a JMF manifold and a decent sized clutch, and then if anything else I need, then, you know, it'll come to that point. But that's the build I'm doing, and probably going to keep the CST5 for a little bit, max it out, and probably switch wheel and tire setup, because I don't think what I'm running right now is going to hook it 500 plus wheel horsepower. So but that's probably what I'm going to run. And then possibly upgrade to, probably going to, also another thing I didn't talk about is I upgraded my exhaust manifold to an excess power. I didn't talk about that. I forgot about that. And also the CST5 is very quiet, by the way. But now we're going to get tuned. We got tuned on 93. I never dynoed it. I kind of wish I would have. But I had an oil leak, and I don't want to go to a place, you know, and put my car on their dyno and have them a big oil mess to clean up afterwards. I'm not going to do that, you know. So, because I wouldn't want somebody doing that at my shop, so I'm not going to do that. Anyways, so yeah, that's for the most part, and now I probably will catch up with you guys at the gas station, because I'm just rambling on now, so catch you guys in a bit. It's not such good news as in you guys saw the last clip of something bad happened. And I'm going to go ahead and go into detail with what happened, which you guys already should be caught up. I think I did in the last clip, which that video should have been out a long time ago, but I thought I would add it to this video and just haven't came around to make this video. So anyways, in that video, right after that, something happened, like not too long after that. It was my first fill up on E30, and my tuner recommended me to go through that tank, and then the next tank I fill up on to do that, and to do the pulls on that tank. After, actually, I think it was the third tank. I don't really remember. Anyways, though, she kind of went zoom, zoom, boom. Sad, I know, but there is big plans coming for the future. So, it's sad, depressing, you know. At first I was pretty upset about it, but like, I was gonna build this car anyways, just didn't know when. And I think it is the time, and I'm already putting back money, which we will talk about. I'm gonna talk about the build plan in the next video. I'm gonna say that for the next video. And if you guys want me to release all the videos of like the things that you guys didn't get to see, as far as in like I think I did a few videos on like big turbo, I don't remember, and a few other things, but I just never edited them and never uploaded them. So I will gladly upload those if you guys want me to. There's the big turbo video wasn't like very detailed or anything. It's not a how-to, just kind of like, I don't know, it was just a little bit of everywhere on that video. But I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it blowing up. So I did a pull. It was actually so funny because I was supposed to wait 50 miles before I did a pull. I did do that. And when I got to my 50 miles, about that time, there was this car on the road. It was so funny. This dude was like breaking his neck looking out the window trying to like look at my car. And he pulls out his phone and just like starts just spamming pictures. And I was like, okay. And my buddy that was with me was like, you hit your 50 miles, you gotta, you need to feel what it feels like on the E30 on your base map of E30. And also, I wanted to show off for the guy. Well, whenever I went to do the pull to pass him, it was on a straightaway, and they were going kind of slow. I noticed it felt very slow once I hit full boost toward the top of the gear I was in. And I looked at my knock. It was pretty high, pretty high. And I knew it had broken up because I could feel it. So therefore I was slowing down. So I pull it out of gear and I'm just slowing down. And then when I get back into speed, I go ahead and go to put it back in gear, and it's misfiring really bad. I was like, okay, something's not right. Because it did feel right anyways, but then whenever that happened, I knew something wasn't right. It was misfiring very bad. Pulled over, there was no holes in the block, no water leaks, no oil leaks, none of that. And so I was like, okay, maybe it's not blown up. I was like, I somehow made it home, which was like a 25-minute drive turned into probably about 40 minutes, if not longer. It took forever. The car actually went into like a limp mode. Like, the thing is, I wasn't overboosted or anything. It was kind of weird. I guess it just detected that something was not right. But I went into kind of like an overboost mode, and it would not let me go over 40 miles an hour. I kept having to pull over, shut the car off, turn it back on, and I made it home, barely. As soon as I got home, I had a spare set of plugs. Go ahead and change the spark plugs, because I thought that might have been what it was. That did not fix anything, and then I was like, okay. I thought maybe something to do with the fuel pump. I didn't really do much diagnosing on that, and I just got a compression tester, and I checked my compression, and in cylinder 1, it didn't make any compression, but it was like turning over very slowly. It was more of like I don't know, but it was very slow. And I got to cylinder 2, and it quit. It did, like, I mean, cylinder 2 was good for the most part for what the cranks I did get on it. It was like maybe 4 cranks, and it was building good. If I would have got, you know, a few more, it would have been right. But and cylinder 1's the one that it was throwing the code for. So, but anyways, it quit, and now it won't start. Okay, and that brings me to the conclusion of, like, maybe the engine is seized. But the thing is, it has oil in it. So I was like, okay, that doesn't make sense, because it does have oil. So it didn't have any rod knock at first, and at that point I was kind of like, well, what is it, you know? I mean, I figured there'd be some kind of knock if it was the motor. So, but I was like, at the same time, it's weird that it doesn't start now if it's got oil in it, or even, you know, turn over now. Which, I'm not a mechanic by no means, but I do know quite a bit. I wouldn't say I'm a professional, but I will say I know my way around the block just a little bit. I wouldn't say too crazy, but I do know quite a bit. So anyways, there wasn't really any knocking at first, and I was like, there's no rod knock. And then I started up one day, and I noticed, I was like, wait a second. And if you stick your head like close to this wheel right over here, like stick your head right next to it, and you can hear a small knock. I guess I'll go ahead and pop the hood, even though there's really not anything to show. I mean, it's just blown up. And I can show you like a little bit of change in setup since you guys saw it last. It has been a minute. I haven't driven this thing in literally like a month. It's sad, but good things are coming soon. So I'm not too sad about it, which, like I said, in the next video, you guys will get an explanation of what's happening next. It's exciting. I will say it's very exciting. It's probably going to be toward the end of this year, and I don't know what I'm going to do for content-wise in between then. I might go to, you know, car shows or something. But don't expect too much. If you do, then, like, if there is any videos at all, I mean, I'm sure there'll be a few, but, like, the Focus ST, you know, my stepdad's car, it is going bye-bye very soon. And if anybody in this video, if you watch this video and you're in the East Tennessee area, you're looking for a Focus ST, if maybe you're debating between a Speed 3 or an ST and you're just, like, looking at videos, here's an ST. Well, I'm not saying it's better, and I'm not saying the Speed 3 is better, but here you go. There it is. If you want to know what my opinion is on the thoughts between the Speed 3 and Focus ST, go watch our video. We have a video on that. It's long, but go watch that. But if you need a Focus ST that is in good condition, not been beaten on, you name it, it's been a good car, solid car, there you go. You got a Focus ST sitting here. It's already full bolt-ons with a freak tune map, full custom tune. So yeah, that car is nice, very nice. But anyways, I guess I'll pop the hood. So, here we have excess power exhaust manifold. By the way, this is going bye-bye too. Most of these parts, if anybody wants these, I will even ship, so it doesn't matter where you are. Excess power manifold, I'm pretty sure I already have a guy that is going to buy that, so I'm sorry if anybody wants that. I don't know when I'm going to take it off, though. I got to take it off soon because my guy is waiting on me. He already bought a wastegate dump tube for it and everything, so I've got to get moving on that. It's just I've somehow got to get this car in my garage. I've got to find some people to help push it, because it's going to be hard, because it's kind of a slope. But anyways, and you know, CST5 is back there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it is back there, and it is going to be up for sale. If you want to know prices on any of these parts, just DM me on Instagram. Link for that will be in the description probably, so just go and check that. So there's that, and also another thought is, there is oil next to the injector. You guys can't see it. I've not been able to look at it, but there is oil next to the injector. And what I'm thinking is, like, what if somehow the injector still took a dump, and that's what caused the zoom zoom boom? I don't know, but there's brand new, fresh CorkSport injectors in there, so whenever this motor is rebuilt eventually, I'm probably going to go with overspeeds like everybody says. But that's new back there, new turbo setup, and also have an engine intake, selling this whole intake system also. So brand new engine intake. I mean, it's a little dirty, but it's literally brand new, basically. Same thing with the turbo inlet hose, pretty much brand new. This whole new turbo setup and intake setup basically might have 5,000 miles on it max. So it's pretty nice. Basically brand new, like I said, to be selling the turbo. Also, that downpipe, I have an ATP downpipe. That is probably going to be, it's catless. Anybody wants that, I will sell that also. And for the most part, I do believe that's it for selling parts wise. And I think you guys kind of get the vibe of what's done here. But good things coming soon here. And I think we're going to wrap up the video there. Possibly getting a tune in EBTech. I don't know. Some of you guys may know where they're at or not, but I'm not big knowledge. I don't know any knowledge really on the port injection system, so I'm probably going to get them to install it, because I am just clueless on it. I'm going to be honest. Like, I know somewhat, but at the same time, like, some of it just confuses me, because there's not really videos or any instructions I've seen that really show you how to do it. So I'm kind of confused on it. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out between now and then. But like I said, I'm just going to leave that for the next video. Anyways, don't forget to stay positive. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And if you did, please make sure to hit the like. There'll be more content to come. Good stuff to come. And I really can't wait for what's coming next. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.